The Fleming Museum is filled with rich history and works of art for viewers to explore. We're here in the Fleming Museum of Art's African and Ancient Egyptian Gallery. And if we look in this case, we have an assortment of beadwork from Southeast Africa. This sculpture head of a queen mother from the Kingdom of Benin. People often associate the art of Africa with wooden masks, and I think that they're less inclined to think of metalwork in this kingdom. We have several things that relate to tourist trade in Africa. There's this really wonderful procession that comes from the Kingdom of Dahomey. Prior to colonization by the French, most of this brass work would have been done in service of the king. In this case of Central Africa, this is one of my favorite pieces in the museum. This little sculpture of a Luba mother and child was collected and dates the beginning of the 20th century. And one of the things that so many of our visitors are interested in is this 6th century BCE human mummy. It's the mummified remains of a teenage girl who is between 12 and 16 years of age, and we don't know who she is. We've just been able to identify her as a female. So this case contains a number of objects from Southeast Asia. Many of them were gifts to the Fleming Museum from the Doris Duke Foundation. I think one of the ones that gets a lot of attention is right in the center here, this sculpture of reclining Buddha, which comes from Burma, now known as Myanmar. This particular image of Buddha is kind of unusual. It's called Calling for Rain, and he's been placed in this very beautiful little shrine, again, decorated with lots of detail and glass inlay. I thought I would point out this Chinese rock that you may overlook when you're going through the rest of the galleries. The Chinese have cultivated an interest in rocks that have unusual forms. Our collections span the history of civilization and includes many different types of art, offering a global perspective for everyone who visits us.